Hi everybody, it's good to see you again on the Reminders PrimeTime program. I'm so excited, my smile just can't close. Okay, we're continuing the church boy conversation, in which today our guests are going to be discussing how you can serve God powerfully and also work powerfully and pay your bills. God is not going to throw you money from heaven and say, okay, take this to your landlord. God has entrusted you with gifts and talents and skills, and so He wants you to use that to be able to serve Him faithfully and live your life in abundance. Thank you very much. We meet again for the Reminders Primetime live stream program, in which we discuss social issues from a Christian perspective. My name is JethRoe, and we are resuming the Church Boy conversation. And today I'm joined by special guests who are coming to talk about Church Boy in light of livelihood, hustle, survival. Because there are so many things which conflict in our understandings of how to be a real committed church boy and also be able to pay your bills. And so today I'm joined by wonderful guests right here. Since we're talking about church boy and hustle and livelihood, I'm going to ask them to tell us their names and what they do for a living. All right, who is starting? Right here.
Yeah, good evening, viewers. My name is Gift Joel Badaka. Yeah, people call me Badaka. I know why that K is there.
Okay.
Yeah, by the grace of God, I work with Finca.
Okay.
And
That's the money guy.
Yeah, I'm the money guy.
Okay.
The loans come to me. And also, you can also put the small savings you have there.
Okay.
And I've been with Finca for the past 12 years. And I work as in charge of customer service.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Badaka. You're most welcome.
Well, thank you very much, viewers. Good evening to everyone. My name is Kereke Lucy, and when you take the meaning of the name Kereke, given my weight for now, people are like, no, we don't need that name Kereke anymore. We just have to call the Lucy. Meanwhile, on Facebook, you find me as Price Lucy, and that is Prise Lucy. I'm grateful for this program and for survival or hustling or livelihood or how I pay my bills.
Yeah.
Professional, I am a teacher, a primary teacher. Okay. Yeah, grade 3. But I don't only have to get stuck to my profession.
Yeah.
Given the current situation of the COVID-19 from last year, I've decided to do totally a different thing altogether. Fine, I run on the streets, I make tea, call it breakfast. Then once in a while I fix some lunch and supper on specific orders. Yeah. Basically that's what I do, and it sorts my bills.
She's a cook. Simple language.
Sure.
All right, so I want to sincerely thank you for being willing to join us today on the Church Boy conversation, because you are church boy and girl. And so let us start from here. What does it feel like to be a church boy in terms of fulfillment, in terms of being able to run your life daily or economically? Is it easy? Is it tough? Is it harder? Do you find it more difficult because now you have to fix two things? So let us start from there. What does it feel like? I'm going to start with the lady, if you don't mind. Yes.
Ladies first, ladies first.
Yes.
Thank you very much. What it feels like to be a church boy, and I'm sure someone will be out there thinking church boy, and I am a female talking about being a church boy. Yes, a church girl. Church boy is just a brand name for this specifically.
Yeah.
But in it we integrate female and males. So I can say a church girl or a church woman. And how it feels like, one, I think in terms of being able to sort myself, pay out my bills, and at the same time be in church.
Yes.
It's tough, yes, because at one point your service is needed at the church. Okay, your commitment. Say, for example, we might, when we take it to the music side, we might have a program that needs us for song practice, for example, at around maybe 3 o'clock. And you find by 4 o'clock to 5, given what I do from 4 o'clock, I should be able to wait for calls from my customers to tell me I need a glass of coffee, or I need a cup of tea, or I need something at least for the evening. And then you find I have to be fidgeting between going to church for song practice and at the same time to wait for the call or to go and serve my customers. So then what all I have to do is maybe say, okay, fine. The only thing I have to do is find a phone, another phone with a new SIM card perhaps, or if you have 2 SIM cards, throw it in another phone, or find a neighbor near a neighbor at your workplace, and then you go to church. When the customers call me then from church, then I return the call to the neighbor and I said, please,
bounce the call.
actually I bounce the call and I'm like, neighbor, please help me go to my girl or to the boy I work with, and I explain what exactly this person wants. And that is how somehow we can be able to sort it. But then the challenge comes in when the customer comes there manually, has not called you, and he has not found you. And we have these kind of people, like in what I do now, there are those that want you to serve them.
That's right.
And then in the church, that program needs me.
And there's a voice that is you to sing.
Yes, that it is me to sing particularly in that. So you find that it's true that it becomes a little bit tricky in sorting it out. But as long as you have a strategy, like if you already know that say for example, today Sunday, we have a youth fellowship starting at 5. Then it is a Sunday, I might have a very busy day for my business. Again, the business time starts at around 5. Then the only thing you have to do is like, okay, fine. Now, God, let me go for this, for the youth fellowship. And then the business, you set your strategy that my girls or my boys, please take over from here. I'm not going to be there.
That's right.
And you've done that like 2-3 times. You find the workers will know that every Sunday from 5 o'clock, our boss is not going to be there. We will be alone. And they will do whatever you would request them to be able to do it when they know what is to be there.
Yes, okay. Wow, that's quite elaborate. Okay, like you were said, but this is phenomenal. Now, Gift, I would like you to share with us your perspective. For her, it's like she's doing her own work, so it becomes easier for her to handle it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but now you, who is working in a system that is not made by you, so how do you find it?
Thank you. You know, it's not easy to manage that.
Yeah.
It's so challenging. By all means, you have to sacrifice one thing.
Yeah.
And you go with what can cause for you problems.
Yeah.
You know, of course, where I work, we work on a program.
Yeah.
We are set from morning up to evening. And everything is being mounted on the system.
Yes.
You know, you discover that there are certain times in the church your presence is needed.
Yeah.
And at workplace, your presence is needed.
Yeah.
Where will you go? There you find yourself at crossroads.
Yes.
In my own experience, what I always do is I set my time majorly for what I do right now.
Yes.
Whenever there's anything that needs me in the church, I set it ahead. Like if the program does not conflict with my program at workplace. Because that is where I earn my livelihood from. Of course, they say the church is me. I'm supposed to give something to help those also in the church.
Yeah, that's right.
And if I don't do work, how will I sustain being in the church?
Wow.
You get that?
If you don't do work, how will you sustain being in church? I think that's a big question everybody should answer themselves. Yes.
You'll discover that it is challenging sometimes if you have a responsibility to do in the church at a particular time.
Yes.
But if it is any other activities in the church, just like I personally, I was once one of the leaders in the church.
Yes.
Sometimes what I do is I delegate. I delegate. And sometimes if I see that I can excuse myself from the church, from workplace, I ask for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, please. I have to go to attend to something in the church. then I go back for my work.
That's right.
You might find that sometimes the heart is not wanting. The heart does not want you to be at workplace because what in the church is more. But you'll find that it's like a big tree falling on a small one. You have nothing to do.
Yes.
You have to sacrifice that activity in the church and concentrate on your work.
Okay.
That's the challenging bit of it.